Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Tom Slivick, and I'm with Ted Novelli. How you doing, Ted?
How you doing, sir?
It's good to see you again. And you were telling me, and I do notice and concur, that those are the Marine colors on your tie.
This is an official Marine Corps tie, sir.
That's it must be the hunting version.
No, these are the Marine Corps colors, and I don't know if it's official, but these are the Marine Corps official colors.
Okay. Well, Semper Fi, buddy.
Thank you.
And talking about the Marine Corps, in fact, I called you up, and last Tuesday I went in the Board of Supervisors meeting at a time when you were talking to the board and getting, I believe, probably on record about the attacks that happened in Afghanistan on September 15th. Basically, it was a sustained attack by probably the Taliban on Camp Leatherneck, and I believe it has another name too because it's also a Prince Harry Wales, who's a pilot of an Apache, with Britain, who's also in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think you were talking about that raid.
Yes, I don't want to. First of all, I don't want to speak out of term, but just as an individual, I'd like to say that I stay in contact with fellow Marines. Matter of fact, I got a call into a major this morning to verify some of the things that I had heard in the past couple of days. We've lost many soldiers in regards to the attacks that are being done where people are dressing up into certain uniforms, right, and then executing NATO troops, executing Marines.
Are you referring
sailors.
to what I believe what they're calling the green on blue killings over there? The blue being the UN troops, and the green being Afghans that are being trained a lot by our soldiers to take over the duties, policing duties. Yeah. And
Tom, I don't know if that's the case, because the case I'm thinking about, these people actually dressed up in United States Army issued uniforms, right, from what I was informed. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you any of the names of the people that informed me about this, because, like I say, some of them are still in the Marine Corps, and I don't want to cast anybody underneath any wheels of any sorts. You know how being that you were in the service, you know how the chain of command comes down. Right. So we don't want to do that to our fellow officers and enlisted personnel that are out there, both men and women. But getting back to that base, I had heard through various reports and various people that contacted me that we lost 6 Harrier jets that were actually destroyed, right, beyond repair, and 2 of them were damaged. So that's a total of 8 Harrier jets. Cost is somewhere around $140 million plus for those Harrier jets. A piece? No, for the total. For the total thing. And then I heard that we had lost some fuel cells that carry fuel for our airplanes and aircraft and helicopters in those regions. Then I also heard that we lost 2 Marine Corps majors. Yeah, that was over there in regards to that attack. And then I heard that we had other probes over there. And probes, I mean where we have people trying to infiltrate our lines or our bases while we're in that region over there. So it was very busy, and some of the reports I received were stated that some happened around 9/11 day, which was a couple of weeks ago, and then some continued on for a week or 2 after that day.
Right. I was looking at the internet last night and doing research on it, and there was a raid on that base too on 9/11, and then this one, the big one, was 9/15. On 9/15, right, on the 15th, and there was fuel cells and also the fuel stations, the fueling stations, and the attack was in the Marine part of the base, and yes, sir, a lot of damage. Yes, sir, especially losing the two service members there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, a lot of damage. I haven't received any more information other than those on that specific base, but I did place some calls out to some Marine people that I know that are affiliated still with the Marines one way or the other, and hopefully I'll get some more information back.
Okay, right. And what you were talking about was different than the green on blue deaths that have been occurring over there.
Well,
and
yeah.
To my understanding, that's been in the last months. It's been close to 14% of the casualties are from the green on blue attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just one of the things that's bothering me is I'm not clear what our mission is in Afghanistan anymore. I'm not sure if you have an idea, if maybe from some of the people that you talk to, what the mission is there now.
I don't want to
that would
comment on that.
Yeah, okay.
I will say that I think that no matter what happens, we as a country, the United States of America, should protect our service personnel, no matter what we have to do to protect them.
Well, probably anything we talk about is going to get into political and
right.
on the political side over there now.
Right.
And so maybe we'll just leave that and we'll just talk politics here at home.
Okay.
I was just grateful that you were bringing it up because I didn't hear a lot of it on the news that I followed. And that day itself, I went to the internet and I didn't find anything on that very day. I find stuff later on, but so things. A lot of the reports to me didn't seem coming out. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to talk. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't lost in the, in the NFL.
The referee
not having
thing?
referees and all the major news of
Yes.
the day here in
Yes.
America. I'm looking for our clock, and Alan, I can't see it. So Alan will tell me how much time we have left here, and so we'll continue on. Alan, why don't you go ahead and show me that clock? There we go. Okay, we've got about 40 seconds. When we come back, let's talk about some of the things that are going on in your neck of the woods up there in the upcountry. All right?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay, so we're talking with Ted Novelli. And in the upcountry, we've got the GSL. Rich Farrington's running for GSL. Kirkwood, I guess I understand from you, maybe they want to get in a fire district?
Kirkwood is it came before the AFPA board.
Okay. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break, and also I wanted to talk about some of the assignments that the supervisors have.
Okay.
The new assignments. Okay, and I'm Tom Slivick. Stay with us right here on TSPN's News. More to come. You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN. Hi, everyone, and welcome back. And I'm talking with Ted Novelli, supervisor, upcountry supervisor. What's the district?
District 3.
District 3.
District 3, and it runs from around Aqueduct Grove Road off of 88 all the way to Kirkwood.
Okay. So Kirkwood runs all the way to Kirkwood. You were talking about a meeting in Kirkwood, and before break, you were starting to mention that. What gives up there with the fire?
Well, Kirkwood, has their own PUD and their own fire district, and they're looking about coming. The Board of Supervisors has to come to something in regards to Kirkwood Fire Department or Fire District came down and talked with Amador Fire Protective Authority. That's a JPA with the cities and the county, and they were talking in regards to Measure M monies. So
okay.
Kirkwood has never received any Measure M monies because, from what I was told prior to my day, they did not want to participate in the Measure M program. Okay, but now I guess they have a different chief and a different board. So now they're looking at maybe participating in Measure M funds.
Does any of that have to do with the new ownership, with the people that owned Vail coming in and owning Kirkwood or anything like that?
That I don't know, sir.
Because I know there's some big changes up there because of that, or big changes on the way.
So
so
this
they're
is
talking about coming on board in the AFPD.
No, they're talking about coming on board with Measure M monies, not AFPD.
How would they work with Measure M money? In other words,
well, this is something that the Board of Supervisors is going to come to the Board of Supervisors. They're going to have to discuss it and figure out a way, if they want to, or say no they can't, or say yes they can. Figure out a process to do what the board wants.
Is that scheduled for any particular meeting?
I think that's scheduled for the last meeting in October, I believe.
Okay, all right, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, upcountry, fire is always important. We're talking about some fire service there, but how about fire and the upcountry, upcountry fire plan?
Yeah, we have people stationed at Station 111, which is up in the Mesa Meadow area, and 24/7 now. We're fixing up Station 114 in Pine Grove to have full-time people stationed there 24/7. So we are definitely going forward with doing the best we can in the county in regards to upgrading our fire system in Amador County with AFPD.
Okay. Now, big thing, the GSL?
The GSL is a very big thing. As we all know, we need water, and I guess the pumps and the pipes that are taking the water out of Tiger Creek now and bringing it up to the treatment plant are old, and they're in dire need of maintenance.
Everybody agrees with that. They need to be replaced with something?
Yes. Me personally, I think they need to be replaced with a GSL, yes. I think it's cheaper and much easier to have water come down gravity flow than to have some electric pumps or gas pumps or generators to pump the water up, yes.
Okay, the people that disagree with you, what do they disagree on? What is their main contention? Do you know, Ted? Meaning they disagree with you, but they disagree with the idea that the GSL is the best way to go about taking care of the pump problem.
I think one of the things they disagree about is maybe the severity of the pipes and the pumps and the motors that we have up there. Maybe some think they're 100% in desperate need now, and maybe some of them are thinking maybe they're only 50% in desperate need. But the pictures I've seen personally, and being on the water board prior to being a board of supervisors, I've got to tour these areas, and when this system was put in back in the late 70s, it was put in as a temporary system. It wasn't put in a system that was going to be up and running forever and handle what it's handling.
There's a saying, we had, and certainly in maintenance in the Air Force and things like that, there's nothing lasts as long as a temporary fix. So you try not to do any.
I kind of agree with that, and being in the Air Force, you don't want to be at 50,000 feet and then all of a sudden figure out your temporary fix is not working.
Right. Well, they didn't, believe me, they didn't allow temporary fixes other than cannibalizing something and then taking it off and putting it back on the right ship or something like that. But the idea is, when you fix something temporarily, honey, can you fix it? Oh, sure, I jury-rigged it. And, 5, 6, 7 years later, it's still kind of working, so it never got fixed right.
Yeah, and then the other thing, too, is some of the pipe we used on the existing pumping was not new pipe at the time, okay? I had heard that from one of the contractors that actually built the system, and so I have some concerns with that. And then seeing some of the situations in the areas that are up there, I would say it would be a better fix if we got the GSL in. That's me personally talking. Okay.
Now, there's going to be a election in that district for water agency.
Yeah, right. Amador Water Agency District 3, which is the same district that I hold as a Board of Supervisors. Right. We have two gentlemen that are running. One is Rich Farrington, and one is Gabe Gottstein.
Right.
Yes. They're running for that, so.
Okay, so they've got their work cut out for them?
They definitely have their work cut out for them, yes, sir.
All right. Sir. And what else would you like to talk about in your district? We have a few more minutes.
Yeah, we have a lot of things going on. As you know, we had the Dalton family come up and work on our parks up there in regards to Molly Joyce and Pioneer and everything. So they've done a great job. I like to thank them, the Dalton family and the Rancheria and everybody. I like to thank them very much for all the work they did up country. We appreciate it. All the people up there appreciate it. We're right now, I think most of the people up country are getting ready for winter to come on.
Okay.
So
laying in the wood and checking the pipes, make sure they're insulated.
Making sure all the plows are working and things like that. So that's what we're getting ready for, getting all our roads in repairs that have to be repaired before the bad weather.
Does the county clear roads up there?
The county does do majority of the roads up there. I'd say our county roads. There are some private roads up there where the county won't touch a private road, but the county roads are touched by the road crew, yes, sir.
Okay, so we have crews that go on up and clean up there as well.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They go.
I wasn't sure of that. When I moved in, I knew that I had to get to work, so I chose Pine Grove instead of the up country. Because
Irish Town Road is one of the roads that if it gets any snow on it, the county comes in and plows the snow off of it.
they do. They seem to come down there.
They do a good job at it.
I thank them. Too bad I can't come up my driveway. It's pretty long, and there's so many trees by it. Everything is thawed out, but there's still snow on the driveway.
Well, and if I recall, don't you have a dirt driveway?
Yeah, but there's
those are hard to plow.
There's my neighbor's that has the first part of the access is asphalted.
Yeah.
Okay, and that stays pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do have a 4-wheel drive.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, certainly nice of you coming by.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, there's more news on the other side of the break. Stay with us right here on TSPN.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader.